Hey guitar friends, it's Mike. I was recently contacted by Sasha from Donner Music, and Sasha asked me if I wouldn't mind reviewing one of their guitars, and we will get to that guitar in just a moment. But first I wanted to take you to their website because many people think that Donner just makes pedals, and they do not. They make keyboard products, there is drum and percussion products, of course they make guitars, their pedals. In fact, I have their flange pedal, which is fantastic. They make stage equipment like amplifiers, speakers, mixers, string instruments, wind instruments, and then they have a tab which shows all of their collection. So for this review, Sasha asked me if I wouldn't mind reviewing their DLP-124S Les Paul style guitar. The one I received is Sunburst Yellow, although down here it says Sunset Yellow, but we get the point. And the guitar material is maple for the top of the guitar and also for the neck, and basswood for the body. And of course the guitar comes with humbuckers. If we page down a little bit, we see that the guitar neck is a C-shaped profile neck, and it has 22 copper nickel frets. And the guitar also comes with a very nice padded gig bag. I'll show you that in a moment. A guitar strap and a guitar cable. So everything is there for the beginner especially to get started. The price of the guitar on Amazon is $169.99, and you get free shipping if you have Amazon Prime. Aside from the Sunburst Yellow, the guitar also comes in a surf green finish, a black finish, and a shell pink finish. Okay, and again, the one I'm going to review is the Sunburst Yellow. And so with that, let's unbox the guitar and take a closer look. Okay, so when the guitar arrived, it was double boxed, which is great. That really cuts down on any possibility of damage. I also mentioned before that you can go to donnerdeal.com or you can go to idonner.com. And if we open her up, we can see that she comes with a cable and also with a strap. Now, one of the things that I was impressed with is the quality of the gig bag. For a guitar that's $170, you wouldn't expect a gig bag with this much cushioning. It's very, very nice. It really is. And so let's take the guitar out. Now you can see she's wrapped. So I'll be right back. I won't show you the unwrapping of the guitar, and we'll get right down to business. I'll be right back. Okay, so the guitar is very nice. It arrived flawless. There were no dings or blemishes, and as I mentioned, it was double boxed for shipment. The fit and trim is excellent. It feels like a well-made guitar. The pickups are Donner's 202S humbuckers, which we will check out with the demo in a bit. The surface of the pickups is textured, and that's a nice feature. The body, as I mentioned, is basswood. The fingerboard is laurelwood, and the neck is maple and has a satin finish. I really like the binding or trim around the body. It gives the guitar a classy look. I also want to point out that the bridge is a wide tune-o-matic, which is wonderful because it really helps to ensure there is plenty of room to adjust the saddles when setting the intonation. A lot of bigger brand guitar manufacturers should take note that this is the kind of bridge guitars should ship with. The tuners are branded with Donner's logo, were smooth to work with, and had no play. Something that you don't always get with less expensive guitars. I did check the setup and it was very good. The intonation or tuning at the 12th fret was right on the money, and the string height was set to low action, with the high E set to 1/16 of an inch and slightly more on the bass end or the low E string, which was perfect. The headstock has the narrow design, which helps keep the guitar in tune since the string angle after the nut is reduced, especially for the G and D strings, the 3rd and 4th strings. This helps to mitigate string binding, which can sometimes plague Les Paul style guitars. Overall, I was very impressed with the finish, as well as the quality of craftsmanship and the attention to the setup. The guitar is ready to go right out of the box. So kudos to Donner for focusing on customer satisfaction. Okay, let's do a brief demo. The way I do the demonstrations is to use real-life setups. I don't use $1,000 amps or elaborate pedals. I'm going to record directly into my desktop using Audacity and plug the guitar into my 15-watt tube amp. I will also use a Donner distortion pedal, which I happen to own, to test the grittier sounds. As a reminder, I was not paid in any way to do this review. Donner reached out unsolicited and sent the guitar with no strings attached other than to give an honest assessment. So let's take a listen. Okay, so here's the Donner, and let me take the tuner off so you can see the headstock a little bit. There you go, there's the headstock. And there's the rest of the guitar, as you can see. A very nice instrument. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to plug her in, or I do have her plugged into my 15-watt monoprice tube amp. And the reason why I'm doing that is because most people who are beginners, who are going to buy a guitar at this price point, are not going to have $1,000 amplifiers or very expensive pedals, and they're not going to have an elaborate recording setup. So what I want to do is to replicate as close as I possibly can to a real-life situation. So if you went and bought this guitar and you had yourself a little 15-watt amp, what will this guitar sound like? Now, I do have a little bit of reverb turned up on the amplifier, and the EQ, the bass, the middle, and the treble are turned to the 12 o'clock position. Okay, so basically a very clean sound with the exception of a little bit of reverb. And what I'm going to do is to play some basic chords. We'll do the whole GCD thing, and you can take a listen. So here we go. The position right now is up, which means it is the neck position. Okay, so let's take a listen. She sounds good. There's nice sustain, there's a nice ring. I've just moved the toggle switch to the middle position, which means it's going to play both the neck and the bridge pickup. And again, we'll use the same chord pattern, G, C, D. Nice sustain. Now the treble position, which is the bridge pickup, same thing. I said GCD, but it's actually GDC. She sounds good. She really does. And again, for $170, it's going to be a tough deal to beat. So what I'm going to do now is turn up the gain on the amplifier. It won't be a pedal yet. Later on, I will do a demonstration with a Donner distortion pedal that I own. They didn't send it to me. It's something I bought a couple of years ago. But let's stick with the amplifier and see what kind of distortion we can get, overdrive, with the gain turned up. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the gain turned up to 7. That's 7 out of 10. I turned the volume down a little bit so that we don't get any clipping. I'm going to try to avoid that. And we're just going to play some A and D chords, some pentatonic stuff, some, very straightforward, very simple. And let's see what kind of sound we get. We're going to do the neck pickup first, which is the toggle switch up. And let's take a listen. Okay, so that was the neck position. Let's try the middle position now. Okay, so now the bridge position, toggle switches down, same riff. Sounds good. I know, the gain is turned up to 7, so you're going to get a lot of distortion. But, a lot of people like to play with a lot of distortion, and Overdrive. I do, so it's a lot of fun. And, two basic chords there. And I have to say that she sounds very, very good. You can see at the end, the sustain on that bridge pickup was excellent. Okay, so let me break out the Donner pedal now, and let's play through that. And let's see what it sounds like through a distortion pedal. Be right back. Okay, so the pedal is the Donner Alpha Cruncher. And you can see it has a delay effect, it has a chorus effect, and also a distortion. So it's a 3-in-1 pedal. It's very good. I bought it back, I think, about 4 years ago, and it was around $65. And I just checked online on Amazon, and I think it's about $69 now. So it went up a little bit, but still a very good price point for a pedal with the type of functionality that this one has. It is a very good pedal. I like the distortion sound that I get with it. So we're going to start in the neck position with the toggle switch up, and we'll start with a power chord A. And again, very nice sustain. And aside from the distortion, I have just a little bit of delay dialed in, and I took the reverb off of the amp itself. So just distortion and delay at this point. Now let's do the same thing in the middle position. We'll play the A power chord and then C and D and see how she sounds. A little bit of feedback. Nice little touch. Okay, so let's take a listen now to the same chords, A, C, D, and this time we're going to be in the bridge position, okay? So here we go. Hey, a little feedback is always fun. Okay, so that concludes the demo, and I would like to say, as I've been saying all along in this video, that for $170, this guitar is a pretty darn good guitar, and it has some nice sound. I really like the pickups. You can see the body design. It's not an arch top, it's flat. The neck, again, is a satin finish, obviously a bolt-on, and no problems with the tuners. Pickups sound great. Finish, the fit and trim is excellent, and the bridge is the wider bridge, which helps to ensure that we can move the saddles back and forth enough to get the intonation set properly. A lot of guitars, a lot of Les Paul style guitars come with these very thin bridges, and the saddles can only move so far. And what happens sometimes is you can't get that low E string, the bass side. Sometimes the intonation, you just can't get it right because you can't get the saddle back enough. But that is not the problem or an issue with this Donner. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my playing around with this and just having some fun. The links to the guitar will be down below. You can check it out, as well as links to Donner's website. The comment section is open. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.